living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Fuck me, I'm looking in the mirror, so foggy, but I've never seen clearer. I don't really think anyone can save me, and honestly I'm not really sure I want saving. I like to be my own worst enemy. There's no risk if you don't try at anything, so I'ma just keep buying everything. See you in the next life, have to be a better me. I don't think that my head's on straight, gotta flip it and grip it and go and get an x-ray.
So hey guys, what's up everybody? Thank you so much for you guys who've subscribed, and welcome back. For the new subbies, God, I'm so grateful. Yani, we're growing and I'm happy. I'm so happy. We just hit 205, I think it's 205 subscribers by the time I'm making this video, and I'm so grateful, you guys. Yani, it doesn't take an easy thing. Yani, guys just liking your content and coming back to your channel and subscribing and always watching and commenting that they're loving what you're doing. It means a lot. And for the OGs, the guys who've been here since day one, yani, you guys, you mean a lot to me, because I kept on doing this since I could see that people are coming to my videos, people are watching my videos, and I'm so grateful. And so my name is Jenga. For the ones who do not know me, I'm a mom, and I talk about motherhood, I talk about faith, business, I talk about picking ourselves up from when our kids met us. Since most of what I talk about is based on my own experience, I became a mom when I was very young, when I was 19. I know others have become moms when they were younger than 19, but we mostly talk about things according to my experience. And I'm grateful that I managed to help people, and I'm so happy, and it means a lot to me. So on today's topic, I'm going to talk about something that I get asked so many times, like by young moms, people who know me, people who do not know me, like you've seen me somewhere or you know me from online. I've gotten these DMs so many times, even before I even started my YouTube channel. And the question is, as per how you're seeing it on the description or on the title of the video, it's how did I manage being a mom at 19 and I just coped up with it. I don't even have notes because this is something that I've said to so many people, and I keep on saying it like to each and every other person. And first things first, the minute you realize you're pregnant, you're young, you're okay, of course it wasn't an accident because you knew what you were doing in the first place. But of course some of us get pregnant because they had no idea or clear idea. Do you know, I came to learn that most of us hatujuangi the way around after you've gotten pregnant or after you've gotten intimate with someone, or even how to use these protections and all that stuff. It's really nice when you have a group of friends that you're talking to and they are enlightening you, because some of these things can be prevented but some cannot. And actually something that we all come to learn later in life, that you'll rather abstain, because itamana joto, like wanting to just be with someone, get intimate with someone, it just gets to a time when you find that it's not as important as you thought it was back then. Because okay, you've already had probably sex, or you've already been with someone intimately, and after that alafu. So most of us, you find it's not as good, or as probably, how do I call it, it's not as important as you thought it was in your life, and you find that you can be able to stay for longer without sex. So it's really important to abstain, and we all learn this after probably going through something or getting a child and such stuff, and probably being heartbroken by someone and all that stuff. But personally, what I say, the best way to prevent yourself from getting a kid when you're young, abstain. If you cannot abstain, learn how to be safe before you even start getting into the action. Learn how to be safe, because it's really important. And also know the kind of partners you're with, because kuna mse atakuja kwambia, me I don't like using protection, blah 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 and all that stuff. Someone who's telling you they don't like using protection, that is not someone who really cares about you. Because if someone cares about you, they should be sure and they should know they're supposed to use protection, because if you don't want to have a kid at the age that you're in, it's really important to use protection and all that stuff. Back to my topic, what I was saying, how many people ask me, how did I manage to be a mom at such a young age and handle motherhood and move on so well and all that? First of all, it's not easy. That's one thing that I can just tell you. So before you just get into some very uncomfortable situations and intimate with people you don't want to get kids with, please just know it's not easy being a parent, and moreover being a single parent when you're raising your child, be it a dad or a mom. You'll rather just stay without kids until you're ready to have kids and until you're financially stable to be able to provide for a child. Because let me just tell you, a child is an expense, and it's an expense that haishangi just keeps on piling up. Because when they're small, you think, oh, the diapers, the food, the milk, the fruits, blah blah blah. They started growing old, probably you need a nanny. If not a nanny, you need a daycare. That's an expense. You also need, probably this child needs to go to school, and things just keep on piling up and piling up and piling up. Let me just tell you, expense ya mtoi haipunguangi. It just keeps on adding up. That's what I can just say for a fact. So before you get a kid, be very, very keen and be very, very careful. And in every activity that you're involving yourself in, just know kids are very, very expensive. They are amazing, they're blessings, and we love them, but they're very, very expensive. So personally, how did I manage to overcome the fact that I was a teen mom and be able to take care of my child and take responsibility? First things first, the minute you realize you're pregnant, just accept the fact that your life has completely changed. Accept the fact that society is going to see you differently, especially when you're a young child, a young lady who's getting a child. Let me just tell you something. I keep on saying this, and I've said it before. I keep on saying this, and I've said it before. Guys don't suffer as much as ladies when it comes to having kids. Because let me just tell you for a fact, the minute you're pregnant, there's a friend of mine who told us back then, hey, you guys, you're carrying the evidence of sex. Because the minute you're pregnant, everyone can say, oh, kumbe hata she was not that holy. Kumbe hata she was not that good. Sad stuff. And the fact that there is how God has planned your life, and probably you just find that these kids come in to our lives because that's how our stories have been written. And sometimes you'll not see it at first, and you come to see it then when it's very, very later in life. And some of these fate you cannot just change fate. But in order to make it easier for you when you get to that point, and I'm hoping, guys, you're going to be careful not to get to that point, in order to make it easy for yourself, first of all, accept. Secondly, accept the fact that society and the people around you are going to see you so differently, and they're going to, I don't know why people act like they're the ones who are validating your life and your future, to a point they're going to judge you so harshly. And I'm not saying this because I don't judge. Sometimes I find myself judging, and then I'm like, girl, really? And you can dare try and judge someone else. So it just happens that everyone in the society will judge. They'll start seeing how irresponsible you are. They'll start seeing your very bad side. They'll start saying, no wonder she was even doing this. And you'll find others who will be very verbal with you and even showing you madharau, kukuongelesha vibaya. And being that you have, your body is changing, you're raising a human, or you're growing a human inside of you, your hormones are really acting up, your body is just acting up and misbehaving, and of course the hormones are causing all these changes emotionally, physically, everything. You can find that people sink into depression very fast. So the best thing is just to accept the fact that you cannot change this, and there is a human who's coming into your life, and people are going to talk. Yani hakuna point ati utaipata watu wataongea. People will talk. They'll just see how irresponsible you are, and then later on in life no wanakujanga ati guy, hata afadhali wewe ulipata mtoi mapema. Since you got your shit together and your kid is now doing much better, and you're doing much better financially, career wise, and all that stuff, that's when they come and start saying, oh guy, ati afadhali wewe ulipata mtoi mapema. And it's not that it was very easy for you. You had to struggle. You had to go through some very hard times. accept that people will talk. Secondly, get busy with something that you can do to get money as soon as you know, cause kama hauko job and if you're at work, don't you dare quit though. Don't. Cause okay, you might have a supportive partner, but let me just tell you, for what I've seen through the experiences I've seen, these expenses get to being too much to a point the partner feels as if you're being a burden and the child is also being a burden. Na vita inaanza. A family that was doing much better because probably there's only one person who's doing the finances and all that, unapata quarrels start coming, you start seeing each other as if you're wasting each other's time and all that stuff. So if there is a way you can be able to get a job, please do. Because personally, that's what I did. I was working, but the job that I was working by the time I realized I was pregnant wasn't paying as much. So I started hunting for jobs. Yani, I hunted for jobs until I settled down on a very nice place, which they later came to realize I was pregnant, and I got my leave days and all that stuff till when I got back to work. And it was amazingly easy for me because the fact that I was doing it alone and I had financial income that was helping me manage myself and the expenses and talk of the diapers and the nanny and all that stuff really helped. So the fact that you're going to be stable financially is going to help you. Usipate ball and then you just stay and wait. Mtoto anakujanga na sahani yake. No, in as much as anakujanga na sahani yake, you need to work for that sahani. And you need to work for each and every other thing that is going to be coming. So accept yourself. Know that people are going to talk. Thirdly, just accept the fact that you need to get busy. You need to get stable financially to avoid you being a burden. The fact that you're being a burden and also you have a child that is also going to be a burden, it turns on people to a point utapata even the people in your family are now feeling you're not a burden simply because you also have a child. To a point utapata kuna wenye they even get kicked out of their places, of their homes and all that stuff because you're being a burden. Umeleta mtoi. To make it even worse, people are going to even tell you umeleta, let me put it in my mother tongue and see if I can find it in another way. Umeleta yeshonoko in the family. Or the shame, good. You've brought the shame in the family. Because they thought you were going to come out of school, study, get a career, and all start getting married and all that stuff. Of course, most of us don't have the same kind of stories that have been written. We all have different stories zenye tumeandikiwa na God. And the fact that you're not going to follow simply because your elder sibling didn't finish school, they went for work, they got married, yani they follow the right kind of protocol. Sometimes you might find you may be a different person and path yako itachukuliwa a different one. And guys around us, please just, okay, the fact that I know it's not right, of course umepata mtoi, you fucked up your life, sorry for cussing, okay, most people see as if you've effed up your life because umepata mtoi, you're so young, and how are you even going to manage? To some point you even find others get 2-3 kids, and some of these cases are umepata mtoi wa kwanza, home you're not getting peace, you've just been given a lot of trouble. The next thing you find that this person is doing, anatafuta refuge in another place, and to look for refuge, you're looking for refuge in another man's place or in another man's arms or in the same guy's arms. You find that the fact that you're looking for refuge in someone else, you'll find yourself getting pregnant again, or even cause sangine you're not even in your own right kind of senses, you're not stable enough, you don't even know what to do, you have stress from home, from wherever, from the society, from yani a lot of things. So the fact that you'll manage to get this child, raise this child, and just close your ears, that's another point. Funga maskio, let whoever who's talking talk. If someone is talking to help, listen and get the help. Don't be then too proud that you, I don't want help from anyone. Accept the little help that is coming from out there, but also funga maskio. Let whatever people talk about or downgrade you or show you nothing, you've lost it, you're not okay, let it come through this ear and go out through this other ear. Because the minute you start listening to what people have opinions to say about your life, it's just going to start being a burden that you're putting upon yourself, na itaku crumple down na utashindwa ku lift yourself up. So the minute you get a chance, like for example, people are talking and all that, just close your ears. and focus on what is before you. That child needs diapers, they need to go to school in a few years, they need probably a nanny, they need to go to a daycare. Panga what is before you. Get a job, get busy. Doesn't matter what kind of a job, so long as it's a job that is nice and it's paying you well, fanya. Na si zingine unafanya za kujiua. Of course there are some jobs that that's a story for another day. I'll just come to tell you experiences that I've had in employment, cause aside from that, but get yourself busy. Get a channel on how you can get money, cause the minute you're settled financially, it makes things a little bit more easier. And the fact that you may have support around you, or even though if it's your partner, your friends, your family, they are there for you, thank God, and don't take their support for granted. And hata wewe ukipata mtoto tafadhali, don't make it like unashika mtoto, you drop them back home and you leave them there for your parents to raise. That is so rude and that is so wrong. If you have no opportunity to take care of that child at that particular point, leave them for that time. We have amazing parents nowadays, because your parent is going to like, leta mtoto nikukalie na yeye, wewe enda utafute job, utafute nini like that. If you find someone who's doing that, don't take advantage of their help and go and misbehave or even neglect your child and all that stuff. Be responsible. Be responsible so that you can be able to get the help. Na hata yeye mwenyewe appreciate alikusaidia, because they can see what you're doing after they helped you. So funga masikio, don't let what people say to you just get to your brain. Also take the help and don't take it for granted. Look for something to do. Be financially stable. And if you can, before you even get pregnant, abstain or take the necessary precautions. Because honestly, a kid, like I said, he or she is an expense, and it never gets easy. It keeps on getting hard. I won't lie, there are times motherhood just drives you crazy, and it's not just us young moms, parents everywhere. Motherhood can drive you crazy because you're expected at work. Probably you're married, your husband expects you to take care of them. You have kids, your kids are there expecting you. You have probably a nanny, but the nanny is also giving you her own kind of stress, and at work and everything. And you as a mother, you're required to handle everything with care, and to handle everything and to give 100 to each and every corner. Job unatakikana you give 100. Nyumbani, your kids needs you 100%. Your husband probably needs you 100%. If you're not married, you have your work, you have your home, you have everything. Everything requires you to be there 100%. And in order to be there 100%, first of all, take care of you. If you can be able to, please just go for therapy. I'll keep on advocating for therapy, because that I know has helped so many people. Go for therapy. I know it's hard sometimes to accept the fact that, gosh, probably you're in school, you're in college, you're in university, and you've gotten pregnant. Meaning your studies are going to go to a standstill. Or if you're brave enough to continue with school, the people around you, or even your friends, you get even dumped by your friends, because they're like, oh, na yeye ameenda kushika ball. We don't move around with people who have kids. Ama madem wako na ball, au wanaonyeshana wako reckless. And people are going to show you, of course, you're reckless, you're nini. Friends around you can even dump you and show you you're not even. And that tones on us. Yani unasikianga, it's too much. Yani you don't even have the people that you can run to, and that one can just drive you nuts. If you can get a place to get counseling, please do, because you need to be in the right kind of mind to be able to get a child, and to be able to raise a child, and to be able to even work, and even probably study and do the best that you can. So on today's video, I'm not going to talk much because I know there is a lot, but personally what helped me is kufunga masikio and knowing this child is depending on me, and whoever who's talking out there, hata ikuja nilete unga ama nilete school fees aniambie shika msao peleka mtu shule, no one will do that. And if there are those ones who are going to come to you and probably help you out, are very close people to you, probably family and very close friends. Otherwise wengi itakuwa tu hapa mdomo. Most of them are going to just be mouthiosis, itakuwa tu mdomo mingi, and they're not going to help you in any way. So the fact that you can be able to just shut everyone out and just focus on what is before you, the fact that you're going to be a parent, the fact that you have a child to raise, and the fact that you need to, after getting this child, life has to move on for you also, Because hufai ku make sure ati imesimamia hapo and that's that. We can be able to like go back to school, find cheaper courses that we like, or something easy that you can be able to do, get a job, such stuff. If ulikuwa umeperform shule, you find that there are organizations that are giving sponsorships or even CDA bursaries. Nitango aje? Bursary. Let me call it that way. You find that utapata hiyo bursary, you can get that sponsorship, you can get that little help. Jitaftie, especially if you performed well. Even though you never performed well, hustle and get a few coins, save a few coins, knowing that nafa nirudi shule at this particular point, or I need to get a course, I need to start a business. But it's really nice to have some education before you even start a business, because how are you going to run the business with no education? Like the tertiary education, you really need some bit of education to be able to run a business or to be able to do something in life and all that stuff. But that's basically most of what I wanted to say. I know there is much, and if you know, probably in after you're watching my video, and please like the video as you're watching, tafadhali let the likes keep on growing, because it really helps to support this channel. So if you have your own experience, how you coped up, or how you were able to cope up as a mom or as a parent to be able to raise your child with all the things that were going on around you, please comment down below so that you can be able to help a solo too. It's going to be very, very nice when other people who are in probably such situations are going to be helped. Si lazima ikuwe ati you're a young parent. It could be you're mature enough, but you know, society never thinks that everything is done in the right time. Society will always have an opinion about your life, about what you're doing, about everything. And if you found yourself in that particular position, you're a young person, you've gotten pregnant, bado uko kwenyu, get your shit together. No one is going to come and get your shit together for you. It's only you. So the minute you're able to get your shit together, everything for you works out perfectly well. Mpaka unapatanga now those people who are telling you, hey, your life is now messed up, you're not going to go anywhere. Those are the same people who are going to come, hey, nyewe, you've tried. I've had so many of those people who are, hey, nyewe, umejaribu sana, yani you're doing a good job. And they were the first people who are there tormenting you and showing you that you've done. Of course, it was not right. And I wouldn't say I'm proud of the fact that I got a child very young, because there are so many things that would have happened or I would have done. But still, if my faith, that was what was written on my story, I thank God because I got to be a mom and I have a beautiful boy that I'm raising, and I'm grateful that I get to spend the life that I'm spending with him, and I get to help him learn what he needs to learn, and he's helping me learn too, because I've learned so much being a mom. And you sometimes come to understand what our parents used to do to us, and unashindwa mbona anafanya kitu kaa hiyo. When you get a child, that's when you understand most of these things. And just take care of yourselves, mentally, physically, whatever. And if you can, just abstain. If you cannot, take the necessary precautions. Kids are expensive, and they're expensive in terms of your time, your finances, yourself, physically, emotionally, financially, kila kitu. It takes everything from you, and to be able to recover that, it takes a lot. And for those ones who have, God big up for everyone who have. And you're doing an amazing job as a parent. And for you who have, unasikia yani, it's like you're unable to pick yourself up, because everyone is looking at you in a certain type of way, that whoever is that who's looking at you in that type of way hata kusaidia anywhere in your life. It's only you who can help yourself. So please get therapy when you can. Help yourself out. Don't wait for anyone. Hustle up. Hata tunaambiangwa God helps you when you have helped yourself. Haizi kusaidia ukiwa umekaa tu nde unangoja. Jisaidie kwanza and you're going to get help. And trust me, God sends angels to us and to even other people. Unapatanga, in as much as things are getting really hard, God is just going to send a way or a platform or something that you can be able to do to pick yourself up. And I'll be so happy when I see like anyone who got their kids young, or not only young, where you had to stop your life because of something, because of you getting a child and all that, you'll be able to pick yourself up. And society umeiwekea tu zile pamba kwa masikio, cause that's the only way out. Everyone will always have an opinion about your life, and they're not the ones who are living it. So that's that. Let me just keep quiet from here. And thank you for the subscriptions, thank you for the likes, for the views. Keep on liking my video. Anytime you get to click on my video, please watch, like, comment down below, and let's continue growing. And I'm so happy and welcome for the ones who've been here and the ones who are coming into our channel. I'm so grateful. Receive my love and appreciation. I'm so grateful for everyone who has joined this channel. Thank you so much. Let me just cut this video at this particular point, and we're going to see you on my next video. Bye.
Better days, 'cause all I want, and I pray, I believe in the better days.